Oh, hello guys. My name is Dick and I usually work behind the scenes. And as you can see, I had an accident last week. And no one has to be in a meeting. A very important meeting. And Rena was going to fill in, but she is running late. So she asked me to just come in here and let you know the class will be starting in about a half hour.
You know, when I was alive I was never late. Never. I hated to make people wait for me. One time General Washington asked me to meet him at headquarters at noon. Can't hardly remember why. But I got there at 10:30. He was out back brushing his horse. And I made him jump when I snuck up behind him. No. Come to think of it, that was at Valley Forge, and he wasn't brushing his horse, he was in the outhouse. And when I banged on the door it scared the... Oh. Probably should not tell that story here. You know, 200 years ago soldiers had a bad case of potty mouth. I am sure soldiers in your time never let a bad word slip between their lips. I was disappointed that your class had to be delayed, because as I said, in my lifetime I was never late, so I decided to come on ahead in and entertain you with some of my famous sayings. The thing I hated most about being dead was people kept referring to me as the late Ben Franklin. I hated to be called late.
Sorry, Mr. Franklin, I just got here and didn't want to interrupt. I am Rena, the host today.
Rena? Oh, this is a surprise to me. Do you know you're black?
I kinda figured that out, sir, the first time I saw a mirror.
Of course you did, my dear. So sorry. I forgot this isn't the age I lived in. Please come up whenever you are ready. I didn't introduce myself because I was sure everybody recognized me for my face on the $100 bills in their pockets. Did I say something funny, Rena?
I am afraid nobody in this room has one of those bills in their pockets.
Oh dear, my mistake. But in case it is still a mystery, my name is Benjamin Franklin and I was invited here to talk about money.
Folks, let's welcome Dr. Franklin here today. I know he will be most entertaining.
I was just going to relate a couple of my famous sayings to your class while we waited. But now that you are here, perhaps.
No, please do. As I am sure most of you know, Dr. Franklin published many sayings that have become part of the American folk language. I'll go get my coffee while you carry on, Ben.
Okay, here are a few from my Poor Richard's Almanac. He that falls in love with himself will have no rivals. There never was a good war or a bad peace. He that lies down with dogs shall rise up with fleas. Better slip with foot than tongue. Look before, or you'll find yourself behind. Oh, I got a million of them. And I'll be here all week, folks.
Ben, a lot of people know about your role in bringing the Revolutionary War to an end by negotiating with France to join us against the British, and some know of the great wisdoms found in your Poor Richard's Almanac. But I wonder if you ever get credit for the fantastic inventions you created?
Funny you should mention that. I just happen to have a slide here of one of the inventions I am most proud of. The bifocal eyeglasses. Like they say, necessity is the mother of invention. And I really needed a kind of eyeglasses that did not exist. So I invented them. Okay, I get how nobody has one of my $100 banknotes in their pocket. But you certainly have some of these stamps, don't you? Rena, why are they laughing again?
Ben, I don't think anyone here has ever seen a 1-cent stamp.
So what does a letter mail for these days? 2 cents?
Ben, you know your half-dollar coin we are going to be showing soon? That just about covers it.
What? $50 just to send a simple letter? For $50 back in the 1770s I could rent a horse for the day and deliver the letter myself.
Well, Ben, those days are gone forever. But you probably have the record for your face being on more stamps than anyone else, except General Washington.
You got that right. Everything from the red 1/2-cent stamps up there at the top down to a 39-cent one behind you, girly. Oh, sorry, Rena. I forgot. When I was alive we called black women girl.
It doesn't bother me, Ben. I know you have been dead for a long time. But don't do it again or I may have to give your foot a stamp. and not one you can stick on a letter. Here's an idea. You go grab a coffee over there while I introduce Dr. Silver, our coin expert, and talk about your $50.
Well, before I drink any more coffee, could you direct me to the outhouse?
Out the door behind me, turn left and look for a door with a little man painted on it. Welcome, Dr. Silver. I am so glad you are here. You just missed Dr. Franklin. Needed to drain the lizard. You know how it is with old men.
Rena, you have been up here forever. Why don't you take a coffee break, and let me take it from here? Before I talk about this fabulous coin, I want to jump back to the fantastic display of Franklin stamps Rena put up on the screen. I am not sure if you all know, but the reason Franklin is featured on so many stamps is because he invented, if that is the right word to use, the United States Postal Service. What we call today the post office. I better refer to my notes to make sure I get it right. History is not my field. Ben Franklin was a meticulous record keeper, and was so skillful at running postal operations in Philadelphia that in 1753, the British Crown appointed him as joint postmaster for all 13 colonies. Franklin held that post for more than 2 decades, during which he orchestrated huge improvements in mail service, including establishing a regular schedule that allowed mail to move efficiently along post roads up and down the eastern seaboard. I think you can see that his ability that led to the post office also contributed to his inventions, and included his experiments with electricity. You know, I may not look that old here, but when I was a kid in the 1950s. Yes, I know. Beauty like this is timeless. When I was a kid we had pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters and $50. And when you had one of these Franklin 50-cent pieces in your pocket, you felt really rich. But somewhere along the way $50 lost their popularity, and the quarter became the standard top coin. Vending machines expected quarters, and you hardly ever need anything larger. Although some might see the design on this large coin as sort of simple, it is a well-balanced design, and many collectors seek these coins and get to admire Franklin's kind and generous face in the process.
I heard kind and generous face, and I knew that was my cue to come back and...
I am so happy to meet you. I am one of your biggest fans.
You make an old man proud. Almost brings me back to life.
Well, I have always been partial to older, I mean, more mature, men.
Well, you can't get more mature than being dead for 200 years.
I know you have a hearse to catch, so I will let you go. So bye for now, and have a safe and pleasant journey back to Philadelphia.
Bye, Jessica. And goodbye, everyone. And all of you out there in video land.
Oh my God. I forgot to have him autograph my shirt.
Then run after him. At his age he can't be moving that fast.
Don't believe them when they tell you robots are taking American jobs. We only do the jobs that Americans don't want to do. Like doing this. I am begging you to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more episodes of People in My Compartments. Oh, what did I say? Well, this program costs money. Well, not as much money as it used to before they started hiring robots. So please subscribe, and hit the like icon. It looks like a thumbs up sign. Or else I will come to your house and mess with your Wi-Fi.
Thus endeth this episode 7 of People in My Pockets. Lucky I didn't say people in my pants again, right Chuck?
Amy, I think you just did.